Hello all of you lovely individuals, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/Insane People Facebook, and because yes, social media is still them questionable waters, but you know, I got my floaty so I get to trek it so you don't have to. But without a further ado, let go. A child in America is 66,667 times more likely to be sold to human traffickers than die of the beer virus. In addition, your mask assists them being transported undetected and unidentified to anyone. First they're saying that the masks equal racism, now they're saying that the masks will mean that it's easier to be trafficked, and what's next? Place your bets down below. I don't want to see a single one of these schmucks wearing a scarf. Update, so apparently I am not allowed to give my children any more methylene blue because there's no long-term studies with children or even humans on taking this. Wait, hold up, methylene, but you mean the goldfish medicine? And all she said was 2 side effects and nothing about a wide variety of health benefits. The pediatrician told me that she has never heard of this, and she has asked other experts, and they've never heard of methylene blue being given to anybody before. It's because it's for fish, you dum-dum. Yet, it has been around since World War II to treat malaria. And she spoke about how they are not allowed to do no harm because that is their Hippocratic oath that they signed into. But it's okay for a doctor to give out a beer virus injection, which has 9 freaking pages of side effects and has no long-term studies on the effects of the body, which are known for injuring and killing billions around the world right now. And it's okay to give your children junk food and toxic chemicals that are in the packaged food at the grocery store or fast food like McDonald's, which cause cancer, heart disease, and diabetes, plus more. And social workers don't find this alarming for your parenting or harm towards the child. There are so many parents actually freaking poisoning their children, and nobody says anything. No questions being asked for these things. But when you give your child something that is going to help their mitochondria to prevent disease in the future, that alarms social workers and doctors, because there's no long-term studies. No, because it's meant for frickin' fish, or at least that's what I'm aware of. The doctors actually asked me, what am I, as in profession, because she wanted to see if I was intelligent enough for the conversation. I told her I'm nothing, high school dropout and no degree for anything, but I've been studying the human body since I was 7 years old, and it's a passion of mine along with natural herbs and medicines. She was putting me down because I am a dropout, and she has many degrees with a system who is designed to poison us and make us reoccurring customers for life. Freaking sick to my stomach of being looked down upon because I never finished school, so I must not know what I'm talking about. I was interrogated for 2 hours about how she knows best for my children, all because she has a medical license and I'm a high school dropout. Yeah, you know, maybe the person that went to school for this shit might know a thing or two that, you know, you probably couldn't find from those cherry-picked articles that you found on the internet. You know, just maybe. And on top of this, my daughter's father has been emotionally attacking me because he found out I gave our daughter methylene blue, yet he gives her McDonald's, junk food, never brushed her teeth for years, gives her N-word music, technology, addiction, and she's going downhill right now at age 11, and I've been drinking my own urine. Yeah, with the shit. Yes, because, you know, in the world of, I'm giving my kid chemicals that I very much did not do any research of, and I'm being talked down upon by somebody who went to school. Your husband taking your kid to McDonald's is totally worse. Yeah, great. I hate everybody because of this stuff. All that on top of the fact you drinking your own piss. Yeah, no, that totally makes you seem like a sane person. I did not want him knowing this about me because I knew he'd verbally attack me and make fun of me and tear me down again for having workers in my life and how I'm a horrible mom. I cannot freaking win with these sick individuals. Ah, yes, the person that drinks their own piss is calling other people sick. I wish I could have a break from the stress and the tech that I've been putting up with my entire life. Really is still surprising how this all originally started because a person kind of saw that she was having a bit of a problem, giving her kid methylene blue. Yeah, because chemicals, great, yeah. And then comparing it not only to McDonald's, but also saying that you're much more of a better parent than your husband who, like I said, just gives the kid McDonald's and, no, God forbid, they're not a total whack job that drinks their own urine. Personally, if somebody was giving me a lesson about something that they've gone to school for multiple years, I feel like I would take their advice more so over a random article that you'll likely find on the internet. Hey, one problem with your thinking here, how do I put this a leftist world would understand? Food is gender and S. You can't change it to be something it's not. It was born that way, and no matter how much you try and call it a different name, it will always be what it was born as. That being said, as a cook, we have to be careful what we are labeling our food or how we prepare our food. Calling this cheese, but it's a potato, could be life-threatening. Every food has a name and a label for a reason. Stop trying to use food in this manner. You never know how, and could get someone either really sick or worse. Alright, I want to know, who's been threatened by a potato? Raise your hand. This here's all just about a vegan cheese recipe. People really out here getting that upset thinking vegan is totally going to now be a political thing. It's just one of the stupidest takes that I've seen whatsoever. I don't care if you like vegan food, and I don't care if you like non-vegan food. Just don't bash somebody else for having a different choice than yours. A study shows that the virus masks cause seizures and cancer from the chemicals that are in them. Just saw this on the news. Ah, yes, the cloth that you put over the face. It's supposed to help prevent things. Nope, totally causes tumors. Alright, elaborate then. What type of cancer does it cause? Cancer. You dumb motherfucker. Seriously, like I said, I don't want to see a single one of these schmucks wearing a scarf around wintertime because, God forbid, that's obstructing. No, it's not. It's different. Yeah, for a fact they got that chambered and ready to go. Little boys want to be girls because they are WI38 is the cell lines from a female deleted fetus used to cultivate viruses used in vaccines. When you inject the DNA from a female carrying 2 X chromosomes into a male who already carries 1 X chromosome and a weaker Y chromosome, you now have an overload of the X chromosome. Now we have an onslaught of boys who think they should be girls. Do we have male DNA in vaccines? Yes. The MRC5 is the code given to the fetal cell line, also used to cultivate vaccine viral components, and it comes from a male deleted fetus. Do we have girls thinking that they are boys? Yes. Is it as prominent as boys wanting to be girls? No. Why? Because girls have 2 dominant X chromosomes. When they are injected with a vaccine containing MRC5, they aren't just getting a Y chromosome, but yet another dominant X chromosome on top of the 2 that they already have. Vaccines are way more evil than you think. Where does everyone recommend I get my 1-year-old to get their ears pierced? Our pediatrician does not do it. Thanks. Quick thing. I had to look up because I was kind of curious as to when the average age of when kids start talking is, and, you might want to wait until the kid starts talking before you decide to put holes in their ears. What the? Black aliens are landing and many folks are hearing ringtones. This isn't a coincidence. Welcome back, hashtag Galactic Family. Ah yes, the way you're able to tell if somebody is an alien or not is, whether or not they have their phone on ringer. Once you hear the ding-a-ling, you know for a fact them probings is about to commence. I saw something on TikTok. Alright, first off, if you spell it like that, I'm not gonna be talking to you about that. I'm not gonna be taking you seriously. No one is asking where the Maui children are, and no news, media, and celebrities, and no politicians. Every day, I wake up and ask, how can this get any worse? When are we rising to fight? I'm ready. Ah, yes, I want to see you on the front lines, charging into battles, and get them! Stop the solar invasion. Have y'all heard this before? As more and more countries get more solar farms from a Stephenville resident, George Franklin, I should start by telling you that bona fides I have for writing this. I am a retired aerospace engineer, a literal rocket science, if you will. I worked on MX Peacekeeper Space Shuttle, Hubble, Brilliant Pebbles, PACOS, Space Station MMB2, the Sultan of Brunel's $500 million private 747 with crystal showers, gold sinks, and $100 a yard coughed silk carpets. I designed a sat phone installation on Prince Geoffrey's 757. I did all of the design work for the structure of a 1V propulsion module, currently flying on at least 3 spacecrafts that I know of. Some of the more exciting projects I have worked on are not shareable. My personal projects include a spin fishing reel with a 4.5-inch spool, which is entirely my own designed, machined, and assembles. It has features that are patentable, a unique true flat level wind, and a unique line pickup mechanism. Wait, why did we go from spaceships to fishing lines? I am also am FAA certified glider pilot and FAI certified gold glider pilot. I fly both full-scale and model sailplanes. I am Microsoft certified and CompTIA A+ certified. Solar panels are at best about 20% efficient. They convert 0% of the UV light that hits them, none of the visible spectrum, and only some of the IR spectrum. At the same time, they are absorbing light, they are absorbing heat from the sun. This absorbed heat is radiated into the adjacent atmosphere. It should be obvious what happens next. When air is warmed, it rises. Even small differences in ordinary land surfaces are capable of creating powerful forces of weather, like thunderstorms and tornadoes. These weather phenomena are initiated and reinforced by land features as they are blown downwind. It is all too obvious to me what will happen with the heat generated by an entire solar farm. Solar farms will become thunderstorms and tornado incubators and magnets. Solar panels are dark and they emit energy to the space above them when they are not being radiated. This is known as blackbody radiation. Satellites flying in space use this phenomenon to cool internal components. If they didn't do this, they would fry themselves. So solar farms not only produce more heat in summer than on the original land that they are installed on, but they also produce more cooling in winter, thus exacerbating weather extremes. So I conclude with this: there is nothing green about green energy except the dirty money flowing into corrupt pockets. There is no such thing as green energy. The science doesn't exist, and the technology doesn't exist. The engineering doesn't exist. We are being pushed to save the planet with solutions that are worse than the problems. Yep, you definitely got him down there. You found it out. Secretly, the solar panel farms are frickin' weather machines, controlling the weather, propaganda, all that stuff. Get your tinfoils, get them hot, get them ready. Finally, let the truth be known. This was an elitist land grab and genocide. We should be so angry because they can do this anywhere with the directed energy weapons. Yes, they're really back on the Mountain Dew train. we should be beating down the doors of Congress. They and our countrymen who will be attacked next. If it's this easy and that's their intention, why are they not doing it everywhere? They need slaves. They wanted that land to build the first 15-minute smart city in the US. The plan is to do it everywhere in time. They will blame climate change and build smart cities in a few different regions across the US. The rest will be deemed too toxic to live in because of fires or chemical spills. They will try to round everyone up and make them live in these cities.
Alright, who had their money on Space Laser? I think you just won. I know that one was probably a 7-1 odds, but I do believe you have won what the dingbats have been thinking of this time. Place your bets on the next one. I'm still got my money on zombies eventually happening, because, you know, we do have some videos that some people will pretty much be having as how-to medias.
Borrowed at everyone.
Okay, little side note, if you're the dum-dum that decided that at everyone in Facebook was a good idea and you use that feature, I do not like you one single bit.
Be prepared, people. I'm sure many of you have already heard in the fake news that a new virus is here. In the coming months, lockdowns and mask mandates are coming back again. Do not comply. This is the big one. Your life and children's futures will depend on your response this time around. Stay strong. Do not give in nor comply to their BS. This time we all see the truth. This is an evil cult that we are up against, and these people are sick in the head and will not stop until we say enough is enough. Trudeau is a WEF puppet 100%. Frick Trudeau and just say no.
But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would like what you had seen, want to be absolutely amazing and see more stuff like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.